How's it going, guys? Brandon from Cosmic Comics. Today we're having a look at the final piece to the Iron Studios Sentinel diorama. This is Sentinel number 3. I'm sure you guys recall previously we did a video on Sentinel 1, which had some of the characters. I can't remember all of them, but I know it had Wolverine, it had Beast, I think there was a Cyclops, Jubilee. Those were some of the characters. Then Sentinel 2 had more characters from like the Brotherhood of Evil, Magneto, Gambit. I think Juggernaut was the other piece that was part of that statue. And now here we've got the third one. This has Storm. It's got Archangel over there on the shoulder. We've got Psylocke, Kitty Pryde, and then down there between his legs, or sort of more behind his legs, we've got Iceman. So overall, if you guys have physically seen the previous Sentinels, you'll know what sort of quality and what detail goes into these things. And this one, that doesn't drop the ball. This carries on with that same standard of quality. Paint application is epic on this. You'll see they've done, we'll get closer into it, but in all the little crevices and all the joints, you'll see there's like little orange bits. That's obviously meant to be rust, so that's a nice little detail that they've added in there. All the characters fit in perfectly, so there's no like seams or anything that stick out, so like it looks like they're actually part of the main thing, so that's really awesome. Some little side notes when putting this thing together, if you guys have bought one of these from us and you haven't put it together already, some of the pieces, I think it might have just been because I've got the statue really high up, and the position that I was trying to put the top pieces on, I was struggling a little bit. But I found when putting Archangel on, you want to take the shoulder plate off and clip him in, and then you put the wings on, and then you can just slot the magnet for the shoulder plate back into the main piece. With Storm, I think she just slots into the back. Oops. She just slots into the back, so you've got to sort of just get behind the statue. Then in terms of the Psylocke over here, when I was first putting it together, I put the sword in the wrong way. You're supposed to put the sword in first, and then you slot her in afterwards. But you've got to sort of do it at a weird angle, because there's a magnet and a pin. I think there's a pin on this leg and a magnet on that leg that also have to sort of slot in. So when you're doing that, just go very slowly with it. You shouldn't have a problem. The arm also clips in, so that's pretty easy. You just pop a magnet on. Kitty Pryde, she was really easy. She's just got a magnet on her leg that just slots straight in. The Iceman, his base, like the actual piece that he's standing on, clips into the back of the on this like whole ice bit over here. He actually slots in there, and then he clips into the top of that like ledge that he's standing on. That was a little bit weird to get in, because the magnet sort of like, it's a strong magnet, so I don't think it'll fall if you'd have to really bump your display stand or whatever you've got the statue on to get the thing to come loose. But yeah, just be cautious when putting that piece on. Yeah, in terms of assembling the statue, the only thing that was really tricky in terms of the actual Sentinel himself was the legs, because this leg down here, let's just adjust the camera, this leg over here has got a magnet on it, which is fairly simple, that just slots in. That leg also has a really big magnet, slots in once again, but the point where the top of this thigh joins the bottom of the abdomen area, that sort of slots in at the same time, so you've got to get those to go in, as well as the ones that slot into the base. So I found holding the two legs, physically holding them and then slotting them together, and then sort of like positioning it, that managed to go on quite easily. But yeah, there are some loose pieces on the base, but you'll see there's only like one place that this goes and one place that this goes, so you can't really mess that up too much if you get stuck. Yeah, so there's lots of little bits and pieces that go into putting this thing together. It took me probably about, I don't want to lie to you guys, I think it probably took about 35 minutes, 40 minutes to put together. So it's not an awfully long time, but it's definitely a fun time. So I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to detach our camera from the tripod, and we're going to get a slightly closer look at some of the paint work and that type of thing in the statue. So let's have a look-see here. So I'm loving the base on this. All three of these bases, I think they do kind of slot. They don't really like stick together or with magnets or anything, but I think the bases do slot together in some way. Unless you just display them very close together, obviously, to form your diorama. There you can see some of those details that I was talking about in between the metal plates, where they've sort of got the rust going on. Really awesome. And then that over there, that's the sword that I was talking about. So the sword actually slots in first, and then her hand kind of just slides on the back of that. But once again, if you just go slow with the Psylocke, you shouldn't really have an issue. Just take your time with it, don't rush. Both of his arms clip on as well, and then after the shoulder plates go on. And then on top of that, you'll see there's this weird like explosion effect going through here. That's two separate pieces. One clips on the bottom here with the magnet, and the other one slots in at the top. The statue does also come along with a instructions manual on how to put it together, so if you do get stuck anywhere along the way, then obviously you can just revert back to your manual to see how everything goes together. Let's have a look at the Iceman here at the back. Let's see if we can actually get a nice little angle here so you guys can sort of see the piece that I was talking about. Yeah, so you'll see this bit over here, this actually slots into the main base, and then Iceman obviously clips on after that. That's really awesome. I think also if you have some sort of LEDs in your display case, especially for this bottom section over here, if you've got an LED that's kind of placed just behind this whole thing will light up, so that will look really awesome. Because we've got the Iceman, just the 110 on its own, because obviously I'm sure you guys would know, but a lot of these statues they did as standalone pieces, except for the Kitty Pryde. I think she's like an exclusive to the Sentinel 3. I don't think you can get her on her own. But yeah, Iceman, if you've got if you just have him on his own, also once again LED, he'll light up. He'll look really awesome. Yo, this statue's epic, guys. The videos and all the marketing material that we've seen for these so far don't do it any justice. We should still have, if you guys are looking to get a Sentinel but you've missed out on these deluxe Sentinels, we should still have, I think maybe 1 or 2 of the standard Sentinel 3s available. So what that means, it's the Sentinel will be the exact same, but you won't have any of the single pieces. So none of the Kitty Prydes or the Psylocke, any of that will come with it. So it'll just be the Sentinel on its own. And then in terms of the other X-Men stuff, I think they've now finished with the Sentinel diorama pieces, so all the pieces that go along with this. The next thing that they're starting up now is the Apocalypse. I think it was Apocalypse from what I remember reading. Yeah, you guys can just go check on our Facebook and that. We did put up a list of all the new licenses that they've picked up. But I do believe that the next series that they're doing is the Apocalypse stuff. This is really awesome. So then I think just let us know in the comments what you guys think of the statue. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? And what your reasons are for that. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys.